Good morning, everybody. Thank you, John, for a great description of IMR's capabilities. I'd like to build on that this morning and explain how our industry partners have helped shape this pilot factory into what you can see in the webinar today. I'm going to highlight how industry can access the resource through a variety of mechanisms and help us co-create the future of the facility to address their ongoing needs. We also look forward to meeting many more of you face-to-face at the facility throughout the year as restrictions open up. So IMR's mission is born out of years of collaboration with over 200 Irish industry partners, both multinationals and Indigenous SMEs, who have guided and shaped the evolution of the centre and the facility to support their Industry 4 transformations. The detailed description of needs that emerged from these partnerships has shaped an organisational purpose as outlined in these three objectives. So IMR delivers applied research spanning mid to high TRL research from about 4 all the way up to 8. And through this, we're able to help industry develop and equip the manufacturing professional of the future with the skills to succeed in the next manufacturing paradigm. The pilot facility we've created is a test bed for the factory of the future and the technologies that will be needed to realize that. And the facility is also a collaborative test bed to develop, deploy and validate the technologies and business practices that are required to achieve net zero production. The facility and resources reflect cutting-edge capability across our 4 thematic areas of research. These thematic pillars have been shaped and guided by our industry partners to support them on these important transitions. So we hear a lot at the moment about the twin transition of digitalization and sustainability in particular, underpinning how important this Industry 4 testbed and pilot facility are to support this industrial transformation. In each of these pillars, we've defined a North Star to help guide long-term strategy, but equally we recognise the need to deliver tangible impact at every stage, depending on where each partner is on their journey and their maturity level. And that's why we have various funding mechanisms by which our industry partners can access the resources of the centre and apply them to their needs. So maybe start off and define what is a pilot factory. It's an exemplar of what a future factory might be for sure. But first and foremost, it's a test bed for industry to use, to experiment and to understand advanced manufacturing technologies. So it's a space to develop tangible outcomes and solutions through collaborative research and development. It's also a space to learn new skills that will support the manufacturing professional of the future. It's a space to test and pilot emerging technologies to de-risk future investment for industry. And it's a space to co-create through a vibrant industry network and peer-to-peer learning. So we'll take a bit of a deeper dive into how companies can make a better use of it. So development and delivery of new knowledge and solutions can take several forms to match the diverse needs of industry. So that's why we offer a range of services from collaborative R&D, incubation of new products and processes, and test beds for experimentation and validation, and prototyping services to support industry with new product concepts. The backbone of our engagement with industry is in collaborative research and development. So collaborative research and development encompasses one-to-one and large multi-party research across all of our thematic research pillars. Critically, in addition to the space and capabilities shown this morning, IMR has over 70 highly skilled researchers with hundreds of years of industrial experience, and they're the critical component to the success of the pilot facility. It is the availability of their expertise covering the full range of our research pillars that makes this a compelling way for industry to get things done. The pilot facility provides a space where this can be done on manufacturing assets in a live environment without impact on production, and this is key, especially so on critical and high value assets within production facilities. Beyond individual process development, the facility also offers companies the opportunity to develop and optimize complex multi-stage manufacturing processes up to pre-production stage. So we've supported companies in taking manual lab scale processing to robust, scalable, automated solutions, which can be transferred into volume production environments. We can also provide access to simulation tools supporting from cell level up to factory level modeling and deep product and process design expertise to help industry partners transform concepts to scalable manufacturable products. We also offer incubation support for startup and early stage companies seeking to bring novel products to market through shared access to these leading edge production assets and a fully integrated digital factory infrastructure. So IMR also offer an end-to-end prototyping service, and this allows access to the range of unique assets and the design expertise of a cross-functional team of industry experts. We support design and build of complex geometries using metal, polymer, and 3D printing and the advanced machining capabilities. And additionally, we have a suite of novel post-processing and measurement capabilities that John outlined earlier. We also provide a comprehensive electronic system design and PC prototyping service, ideally suited for applications such as wired and wireless sensor systems. These systems are critical components of industrial IoT, which in turn is a bedrock of Industry 4.0. These services are designed to help companies that are perhaps very early in their concept ideation. IMR can help to elucidate those needs into functional prototypes and to support the transfer of that knowledge and process to commercial manufacturers who can deliver low and high volume production and ongoing support. These services are also useful for the design and build of test jigs and fixtures and custom one-off parts that require access to this specialized asset base. When we talk about test beds, ultimately the whole facility is a test bed. Every manufacturing asset is available for industrial experimentation. And with a highly integrated digital infrastructure, we're able to offer a fully interconnected physical and virtual testbed environment. This Industry 4 virtual factory includes advanced on-premise and cloud computing, fixed and wireless communications infrastructure, including a 5G private network in partnership with Vodafone and Ericsson. The testbed can also be used to evaluate emerging standards to see how they can be applied in industry. I think we have examples of this, including the application standards in additive manufacturing, in collaborative robotics, and in the emerging standards and architectures for the digital communications underpinning Industry 4.0. The testbed provides the ability to work with high value and often unique assets, which would generally not be available for experimentation in a manufacturing setting, and including run to failure in some cases. Our ambition, in partnership with several of our key industry partners and members, is to operate a pilot factory that can demonstrate a pathway and roadmap to net zero production, incorporating IoT technology, intelligent operations, and circular economy business practices. Industry partners can adapt and deploy these technologies and behaviors from the testbed into their own businesses. So supporting access to all of these capabilities of the pilot factory are various funding modes, and I want to briefly cover some of the benefits of each of these. So national funding is provided by our various enterprise agencies and includes things like innovation partnerships, vouchers, the Disruptive Technology Innovation Fund, and many others. European funding supports collaboration with generally much wider consortia across Europe through the Horizon Europe programme, the Digital Europe programme, and other platform funding supports. Research can also be funded directly by industry, and in-kind investment from leading OEMs helps place unique leading-edge assets into the facility, spurring engagement with this technology within the Irish manufacturing ecosystem. So with so many funding models, which one is right for any given project? There are benefits for each model, hence why we actively offer so many options to make the most flexible offering for our industry partners. Different funding paths may offer distinct advantages over another. So grant funding supports are a fantastic way to support collaboration and mid-TRL research, but the application process can take several months and perhaps up to a year in the case of EU funding. So where speed is of the essence, direct funding paths may be optimal. When we consider intellectual property, greater industrial investment generally results in more favourable access in line with the National IP Protocol. And across the various attributes, IMR can help guide companies based on their critical priorities and help them access the various types of grant funding. I want to wrap up this morning to talk briefly about our industry network and memberships, because this brings together elements of everything mentioned today. As well as the modes of research and development I've discussed, the facility offers a home for industry to interact at a peer-to-peer level, learning from each other and sharing best practice and shared learnings. Our members program also supports some unique offerings for members, including an annual benchmarking trip overseas, as can be seen in some of the images, network days, and innovation events. Our tiered membership program offers a blended mix across all of the range of services, It's another flexible approach to collaboration and funding, offering engagement across a portfolio of research. In some cases, that portfolio could be directed towards a long-term strategic goal and roadmap, such as the drive towards net zero. Equally, the programme offers an engagement profile that is well matched to a diverse collaboration across several research areas, as well as participation in shared platform research. In developing out the facility, we've created a flexible shared office environment where some of our members embed their engineers on an ad hoc basis to have close collaboration with the resources and with IMR researchers. So this has been a whistle-stop overview of a very multifaceted resource and only touches upon some of the attributes of IMR and some of our delivery. So I would encourage anyone interested in accelerating their Industry 4 and sustainable manufacturing journey to come and meet us in Mullingar and discuss how we can support their needs. Thank you for your time this morning.
Thanks, Micheal. All very helpful. We have a question here that asks, do you need to be a member of IMR in order to access these technologies and capabilities? And I think I'll leave that for you, Micheal.
Yeah, I'll take that one, Gary. No, absolutely not. I mean, as I explained here, there's a variety of modes in which industry can engage with us. We developed the membership program because it offers some unique and distinct benefits, but we operate an open door, non-exclusive policy in terms of engagement with industry. So all of those other engagement profiles from prototyping, direct research to grant funding, those are all available and they're not exclusive to members.